physics students, here's a brief tutorial on how to use Google Sheets in order to graph some of your data for your physics work. Google Sheets is a free program and you can get there from your Google Drive, okay? So once you're in your Google Drive, you're going to click on New, and then it gives you a selection along this side and you're going to select Google Sheets. And when you open Google Sheets, it's going to look like this. Okay? Now, first of all, let's give our document a name, something that will make it easy for you to find. In this case, we're going to be creating our acceleration graph. Now, for your lab, you're going to be taking some data that I give you, and you're going to be inserting that into your Google Sheet. Google only understands X values first, Y values second. X values are our independent variable, Y are a dependent variable. Time, in the case of our acceleration graph, is going to be our independent variable. So we're going to go ahead and label this time. And then for our Y value, we're going to label that one position. But we're going to change these things later. Now you can go ahead and put in your data, and I've kind of preloaded my data here. So let me load that here. So here is the information that's been given to you. Now there's one key thing that you need to notice. We had 3 different sets of time. I want all of those graphed. So you'll see that I've repeated the distance along this side for my Y values. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, and then correlated those distances with each of the 3 trials for the time. So here we have those trials for each of the distances repeated. That's when we're going to create a scatter plot. That's going to give us all those points, and then we're going to put a trend line in. Okay, so here we have our data, and now I should go ahead and label mine like I did before. All right, and so now we're going to actually make our graph. So let's highlight and click this Insert Chart button. It gives us all kinds of selections. Some of them are going to look really strange, but we're going to pick this scatter plot here. Okay, so this starts to show what I'm looking for. You can see that I've got my values are pretty close together for each of those distances that are listed along the side. Now I can make some changes and customize that graph. I'm not going to call it this. I'm going to call it all right, and I can change all my colors and do all sorts of fancy things. My x-axis, I need to tell that that is time, and you always want to include your units. And then I'm going to, for my y-axis, notice I use that drop down. I'm going to not call that one distance, I'm going to call it position, and that is measured in meters. And I've got it all the way to the top up there, but I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. Now if I could scroll all the way down to the bottom, all the way down, you'll see that there's a trend line. I'm going to put the exponential trend line in here. And that shows that curve that goes and makes kind of a best fit line through all of my points. And this is exactly what I would expect for an acceleration graph with a constant acceleration. Hope this helped.